Good morning, everyone. What a pleasure to be here. And thank you, MEF, GTS, and Mr. Bali for inviting me. I think what Mr. Bali missed mentioning is that I'm a new kid in the telecom sector. So I'm still learning quite a bit, asking many questions, trying to put things together, and learning from my seniors like Brigadier Tandon. There is such a rich history to be learned from. So it's always great to learn about the evolution of where we stand today, and it is also extremely exciting to build on that knowledge, build on that history, and see what is it that we need to do tomorrow. So I'm going to focus mainly on the latter part, where my organization stands today is at a cusp of, I would say, transformation. A lot has happened in the past in the telecom sector in India, particularly at Vodafone Idea. And we stand at a stage which is super exciting. We can only look ahead, we can only think big, and we can only talk about future collaborations with entities like BTS and others to see how do we deliver the best service to our subscribers, the retail and enterprise subscriber base that we have, and that is waiting to be tapped. So just on that note, good morning, everyone. When we talk about India, of course, we are talking about 1.2 billion plus connections. We are talking about crazy usage, 20 GB plus. We are talking about convergence of terrestrial and NTN. We are talking about absolutely ubiquitous connectivity and a country where almost 20% of the GDP gets contributed by the digital economy. So a threshold of something which is super exciting. We've solved for access in a very big way in our country. We've solved for scale. We have solved for speedy scale as well. What we need to solve for in the future is actual real economic and societal value. So I'm going to spend a couple of minutes talking about it. And while I reached late, I can understand from the conversations my predecessors have had on the stage. I think we haven't really touched upon that topic, so I'll take the opportunity to share my thoughts on what next with regard to economic and societal value that we can deliver together as various stakeholders in the room. So how do we prepare for the future? And if I were to break it up into 5 very simple macro pillars, one is monetization, considering the virtuous cycle of investment, reaping returns, and contributing that back to our networks and services. Second, policy as a real catalyst. Third, in terms of emerging technologies, which I'm sure this room knows a lot about, but I'm going to touch upon it super briefly. Fourth, trust and safety, because when we talk about actual value to Digital India and to our subscribers, trust and safety form a very critical currency. And fifth, I'll just talk about co-creation and how all of us need to get together as various ecosystem partners and enterprises to create the larger value and do something really fun and innovative for our subscriber base. So just coming to the first piece on monetization, and there is as much as one can stretch the already highly inelastic and thin ARPU that's there in the country. So from network APIs to use cases like fraud prevention, consent management, health alerts, 2FA, provisioning for banking, the evolution of telcos to techcos and partnerships with companies like GTS, and I'm not going to talk about other companies in this room, have actually provided very value-added services to our subscribers. Messaging platforms like what they exist today provide many of these interactions, and that has really enhanced the seamlessness and the security that the subscribers need for their various transactions. Reinvention is purely based on collaborative models, but it needs a strategic roadmap. And I think where we exist today and where we stand today, like Brigadier Tandon was talking about RCS and the kind of journey RCS has gone through, and where it stands today is quite a bit of fair level of optimism and excitement of what lies ahead. So reinvention would need us to sit at the drawing board jointly and to see how do we bring our next best value proposition to the subscribers. I'm going to shift to policy as a real catalyst. And I understand that there is no government stakeholder in this room, so one can be super candid in terms of rethinking regulation in a converged world. And the conversations we've been having as one of the telcos is to talk about a very forward-looking, light touch, progressive-looking, technology-neutral framework and policy paradigm which focuses on digital-first governance. The lesser restrictive movements we have from not just the regulator but also the government, the more progress the industry can see in the future. Same service, same rules as a foundation of fair competition. So policy progressiveness necessarily needs a financially strong telecom sector that can drive research and innovation in next-gen networks, leveraging AI and rest of the emerging technologies, which takes me to the next topic of emerging tech. And with our demographic dividend in India, with the blooming startup ecosystem, a very robust DPI stack that all of us are beneficiaries of, we are truly a test bed of innovation. I'm not sure if a lot has been spoken about 6G, but I was at a panel yesterday and we realized while there is a lot of rhetoric, a lot of political rhetoric around it, the real meat will be in terms of having the regulatory ecosystem ready, the right spectrum identified, the right use cases shifting from lab to ground, having the right use cases given our 5G experience that can be monetized, leveraged, and built to scale. So a lot of work that needs to be done there. 5G connected everything, 5G advanced will make everything pink, and 6G, what we are excited about, will truly connect intelligence. But unlocking it needs to be done a little more smartly beyond the rhetoric that we are all a part of today. So notable progress around dimensions, right? The previous speaker spoke about how the networks have evolved from pipes to platforms, how the app-based economy is bringing about a complete transformation. IoT that has entered a brand new phase with devices moving from data transmitters to more intelligent participants in the network. Enterprises where the real value is yet to be unlocked, and we are all waiting for that, preparing for that. Native AI networks that are signaling not just intelligence, but are designed to impact at scale. Just truly what a country like ours needs. So it's about joining the dots, it's about enabling and leveraging agentic AI, asking the right questions, designing the right networks. It's not escalating complexity, just simplifying it and giving the true value to subscribers. So being a part of this market for all of us sitting right here in India, and I know about GTS's global footprint, intervention in market space, being a part of the market, of course, is not enough. Our country and our part of the world definitely needs to ensure a right seat at the table. And that's where I think all of us unitedly need to elevate conversations at ITU, at various fora where the standards are actually drafted so that we have a louder voice. For whatever reasons, I think India's participation has not been very active. And I know Mr. Bali has been very active on various global fronts. I think together we should form a higher decibel convergent group or a mini consortia so that we can elevate the conversations and put our points across as representatives of our country. I'm moving on to trust and safety. Probably over your two-day conference, there would be considerable discussion on trust and safety. And I'm just going to refer to a recent GASA report that talks about more than 55% of Indians having been exposed and experienced scams, frauds. Many of us in this room would have been, gone through that kind of a fraudulent activity at some time or the other. So how do we protect users beyond just connecting them? Trusted messaging ecosystems definitely are the need to enable secure digital services. So there's a lot of journey, I think, that all of us as telcos have undergone. There's a lot of journey and a lot of focus that GTS is putting into ensuring this level of security and trust through voice SMS firewalls, identifying frauds, blockchain-enabled platforms, enabling DLT for consent management, scrubbing UCC across messages, the works. I'm not going to get into it. I know this group is developing it, this group is selling it, this group knows what we are talking about. All I want to just add, and as a top of mind thinking, we have a meeting at TRI later this afternoon, is just to say that as we voluntarily adopt a lot of AI ML into fraud identification, into empowering subscribers about what kind of calls and messages they're receiving, we need to have a light touch framework, regulatory framework that empowers users, that identifies frauds, but does not restrict users from having access to the right messages and calls. So a lot of work happening on the ground in terms of the right AI and data analytics, but we definitely don't want it to be restrictive on users, but just to empower them to make the right decisions on which calls to receive, which messages to respond to. So trust and safety, just to sum up, are of course not optional. They are the core background that hold the network together. And while connectivity builds the digital economy, trust will sustain it. And I think all of us have an increasingly larger role in ensuring that we are able to deliver this level of trust to the enterprises and retail customers we work with. Lastly, we all know it's not just about faster networks, right? We've experienced it and we have the privilege of working towards it and contributing to it in India. It's about smarter enterprises. It's about connectivity that's not built in isolation. So there is a real need to converge our capabilities, join hands in a more deeper way, and build ecosystems that decide this leadership. During some of our conversations with the government, we talk about a more enabling framework with the government not just directing, but ensuring that the right representatives from academia, from enterprises, startups, and the government have the right seat at the table to be able to build real use cases, focus on what's necessarily needed for tomorrow, and build the deeper foundation, strengthen the deeper foundation of Digital India on a more structurally empowered telecom sector. With that, I'll close this note. I'm around here and available to discuss anything, to continue learning from all the experienced folks in this room, and to share my thoughts more openly. Thank you, and wishing you very productive deliberation.